Hi, my name's Peter. I'm a climber for Grand River Tree Service. I'm here to talk about why we use climbers for tree work instead of bucket truck, and I'll take you through a little bit about how I would start a job and approach the tree. So before doing any work, every day we do a visual and tactile inspection of all our equipment, make sure it's in good working order and safe. I'll start with my PPE. I have my glasses, my helmet, ear protection, high visibility shirt, rated chainsaw protection pants, and CSA boots. For the helmet, I just make sure there's no cracks or wear. The suspension is still good. It's now safe to climb with.
A designated equipment cache is set up in a safe location. A safety tailboard meeting with all crew members present is performed, discussing job specifics, special requirements, safety concerns, and emergency plans.
First, what I'll do is I'll step outside the crown and I'll have a look throughout the whole tree and assess any of the hazards that I might encounter before I enter into the drip zone. So right now I see quite a bit of dead wood, but I'm in no danger of getting hit from it. There's a tear out that happened a number of years back, but no fungal bodies on it, or looks to be safe. So as I go closer to the tree, I'm going to be looking for things like cavities, conchs, animal nests, anything that can create a hazard to me as a climber as I work the tree. We do have a chain link fence here that will pose a target for dropping branches, a target to avoid, and a possible hazard. So I'll have to make sure to keep my gear and rope out of there, and just be wary and mindful of that's there. We'll use rigging lines and friction brakes to control the pieces safely so they don't damage any of the property below the tree. Going into my climbing saddle, I look for metal fatigue on all the steel parts and components. Also look for wear, nicks, cuts, abrasion, all the life support webbing on my harness. On my hard connections, my carabiners, I'll make sure that they're all in good working condition. They close properly upon return. My blood stopper kit I have, and I'll go through all my ropes, my work positioning lanyard, make sure there's no cuts or nicks in it. And the saddle is good. Although today we're not using climbing spurs, we do inspect them as well, just to make sure there's no cracks or bends, metal fatigue, that kind of thing. The straps are in all good working condition. Moving on to the rope. After assessing the tree, choosing a rope that's long enough is important. And we'll go through all the rope. Again, making sure that it's safe to use and nothing's going to surprise us once we're working.
Once the equipment and the tree have been assessed for their safety, the climber installs his climbing line using a weighted string. He's placed his throw line in a suitably strong branch union. Running his line through a pulley or false crotch eliminates rubbing on the tree, maintaining optimal tree health. The tree workers take all necessary precautions to ensure that the highest level of safety is maintained. Using up-to-date gear and techniques, Grand River Tree Service is able to provide safe and efficient tree care. Equipped with Bluetooth headset devices built into their helmets, the crew is in constant communication with each other, maximizing job productivity and safety. The ground support and the climber work as a team, working in concert to complete the job safely. When removing the entire tree, the climber uses climbing spurs to aid in ascending the tree and safe work positioning. Using professional grade rigging lines, the climber and ground support are able to dismantle trees efficiently, avoiding damage to the targets below. Once the tree has been brushed out, the spar is ready to be felled. Once the cutter is at a safe distance, He instructs the crew to pull the tree over. The staged logs act as a crash pad, minimizing turf damage and ground compaction. Our staff are trained and proficient in the safe use of all our equipment, including chainsaws.